All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
Correct me if I'm wrong.
the #1 podcast in the
world
right now.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, that's pretty good. We didn't even plan that or anything. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm here. Next to me is everyone's favorite, Nene.
Woo.
Next to her is everyone's real favorite, Devin.
Yay.
And everyone's here, actual favorite, Mesa.
That's
Lou.
right.
I'm Patrick, of course. So today we're going to talk about something a little more serious, but you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. the crazy virus that's going on. We're not gonna like be like a news station, so we're not gonna give you like facts or anything because none of us are doctors or anything like that, and I'm sure you guys have seen countless numbers of articles and everything like that for it. So we're kind of just gonna talk about how it's like affecting us in West Texas and what you guys have seen. And okay.
All right.
And all that good stuff. So I'll start with me. That's good. Y'all have never seen that. I always start with somebody.
Always start with somebody else.
What's funny is like I've been kind of watching this for a while now. I started talking about it back in January. I was telling Nate like, man, like this virus is like taking over China basically at that point before it even started progressing further. So I stocked up before everyone else started stocking up. We went like grocery shopping probably like 2 or 3 days before everyone started going crazy apparently.
Like it wasn't even here yet.
Yeah.
It was in China. It was happening only there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And we went to go buy a bunch of canned foods. But what's funny about that is, so in my head, this is the first ever time that I've been through anything like this, right? So in my head, I thought canned foods. I got to stock them off canned foods. That's it. And then yesterday I was talking to a coworker, and he was like, yeah, man, I went to go get, a bunch of frozen pizzas and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, frozen foods. Like, I just have stupid, like, canned beans and canned pears at home that I'm going to survive off of. So, yeah, I wasn't fully prepared like I hoped I would be. I should have some pizza rolls or something.
So I didn't take it that serious until Patrick was like, hey, so all this is happening, right? And, well, you have kids. You got to, like, prepare. And I was like, well, but why? Like, it's over there. And after a while, I was like, okay. So then we went and we got all this stuff. And the good thing is we had been couponing. So we already were stocked up on like a lot of things.
I have so many rolls of toilet paper, and this was
prior before all the
toilet
craziness.
paper apocalypse.
Yeah.
So all because of couponing.
And so we haven't gone to the store.
No, I haven't. And so I know Devin said he saw the grocery store, so I'm going to let him kind of talk about that. But I haven't been to a grocery store, so I've only seen what's been on social media, so I actually haven't even been to one.
For what y'all seen on social media, everything that it's just gone, it's like that. Everything is gone. You go buy the toilet paper and paper towels, all that's gone. There's barely any cups left. There's barely any paper plates left. I went to go get detergent, and there was like, those pods, those Tide Pods?
Uh-huh.
There was like 3 little bags left. All that's gone. There's nothing left in the meat section. I mean, if you want some chicken gizzards, my family likes chicken gizzards, but I don't really want chicken gizzards.
I was about to say, that's a weird thing if that's what you're eating.
There was no eggs, and this is on the Big Spring. There's no eggs. They got more milk. All the noodles, all the canned foods actually were gone. Most of the frozen section is gone. It like all the TV dinners that you see, it's just gone. There's a lot. There's some vegetables there, so there's vegetables, but like the frozen vegetables, those are starting to be gone too. And those little where you get the frozen burgers and everything that's in the middle, all majority of that's gone.
It's so crazy to think about, right? Like I would have thought I would have never seen that in my lifetime. Like an epidemic that's created so much chaos at your grocery stores are just like limited. That's just crazy to me.
I never thought that something like this would like happen, like you said, and I was just thinking to myself, man, like, all right, this is how it's gonna go down. When you always see on Facebook people are saying, if this ever happened, I would do this and that, and people are just stabbing each other in the store at Sam's. Did y'all hear about that?
Did hear about that?
Yeah, one of my managers was there right before it happened.
Yeah.
She was saying that she was leaving as everything basically, like she was already like she had just left, and then basically the cops are called out and everything. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that stuff's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm on the fence about people going overboard as far as hoarding right?
Yeah.
You know, the toilet paper thing. I'm on the fence about it because I understand. You know, you don't know. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow in a week, so might as well load up, I guess. I can see how some people are frustrated that they didn't load up, so they're blaming it on the other people. I could see both sides,
But
I guess.
think the thing is like they're not running out of toilet paper. That's the thing. Like they're having trouble getting it to the stores, which is fine. But like they've already come out and said like, hey, like there's not a toilet paper shortage.
Well, I don't think anybody's scared that there's a shortage. I think people are just all loading up.
Yeah.
So granted, it's causing things to go out.
Which that's what I'm saying. Like the whole like loading up is like unnecessary to an extent.
I
Like,
feel like I don't want to go into the store.
That would be my thing.
So
That's why
I'm-
I understand the other side. Is
Yeah.
I want to load up because I don't want to have to go back to the store.
Exactly.
Again.
Like especially
ever.
on non-perishables, like I can get a bunch of toilet paper where it's not gonna like expire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can load up. That's why I went to canned foods. I have a bunch of toilet because I don't want to have to go. It's not that I'm scared like that stuff's gonna run out. I just don't want to have if like things were to get worse. I don't want to have to go back and like for example, we didn't do this. I would have waited in line for H-E-B or Walmart forever. Like the lines were crazy. So to avoid all of that, that's why I loaded up. That's why I kind of see both sides. I can see how people are mad because they're taking your side where it should be like regular, but it's not going to be unless you're okay with waiting in line forever. You're good to stock up. And then I can see why people are mad if people were stocking up because the people who didn't stock up are limited. So I can see both sides.
Yeah, and once it comes out and we start getting more cases, like, no, I don't want to go to the store. I don't even want to be anywhere around anybody.
That's the craziest thing to me is like I don't understand when people expect people to start. I guess people are calling it panicking. I don't personally think people are panicking now. Like I think there's a level above what's happening now that could be panicking. And panicking to me is like people in the streets like flipping cars and like you know what you see after like certain football games and stuff like that. That's like panic mode, right? I don't see necessarily people are panicking at this moment, but it's like when do people want people to start preparing after it's like too late and it's already here? Like after like it's confirmed cases and they're like, okay, everybody run. It's gonna be the same deal then. You're gonna be out of stuff. You're going to be stuck in line. So either way, it's inevitable. So.
Yeah, when I went to the store, no one was pushing each other. No one was, like running over each other. It was just a whole bunch of people at the store at the same time, just buying supplies. And I think that's what it is. It's just a whole bunch of people at the same time getting.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what
it's everyone trying to get ahead, basically. That's what's happening. What's crazy for me, how it's affecting me personally, is I bought, well, for everybody here, basically, but I bought tickets to go see Quiet Place, which was supposed to yesterday. We were supposed to go see it yesterday, and then they canceled it, and I was so sad. Luckily, the movie theater gave me a refund, and I bought tickets to go see Fast and Furious, and they canceled it.
They said they're gonna push it back like a year now.
I did, I saw that. They'll probably push a lot of stuff back farther, just because it's all about that box office money.
The only one that hasn't is Black Widow.
No, they canceled it. They postponed it. Mm-hmm.
What?
They haven't released the actual date, but they said they postponed it. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. But yeah, so
what about me? What's mine? What is it? It's ruining my whole birthday.
Yeah, poor day. We had to cancel. We had all this. We had this wine. What's super crazy story about that too. But we had this wine festival we were gonna go to for Nay's birthday. We were looking forward to it for months. We were like, oh my god, a wine festival! And of course, like everything's being quarantined and we don't know what's gonna happen. So I went ahead and canceled the hotels. And like I've been looking at the event, see if they're gonna cancel. They haven't canceled it yet.
Yeah,
They
which is
literally
crazy.
just posted like 2 days ago that they were not canceling.
They were
if
not
you
going
wanted to
to.
cancel, refer to their refund policy, which basically says they don't
No
have
refund.
refunds.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, gosh, okay, my bad.
that's
Yeah,
bold.
so they're not canceling, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
that's-
what sucks is they're canceling almost everything though, like festivals, NBA. Like we can't talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Like when I found out they were postponing the season, like right in the middle of a game, I was like, how do you just postpone a season? And then it was like a domino effect that everyone started to fall into suit. It's like, all right, we're just canceling everything. And it sucks for those kids in college because their senior year or they're getting ready to go to the draft. That's it. There's no one else looking at them. And you got to think about those kids too. Like,
Yeah,
this is
that's true.
their last moment.
I think that's what, and I saw it on. I think I saw it on one of the sports podcasts, but they made a really good point. Is that the NBA gave the virus like a face, right? Like before, we've been hearing about it in Europe and we've been hearing about it in China, but we haven't been it hasn't scared us because there wasn't like a face to it, right? It was just one of those things that wasn't gonna happen. Then once the NBA kind of like said, okay, we're postponing the season, they kind of led the charge, and it clicked in our minds, and man, the NBA,
It's
what
real.
we know, what we can see is shutting down. Like I think that's when everyone started going like, holy cow, like this is
I think
This
they
is
did
real.
it first, right? They were like the huge.
They were the
They
first
were.
like big ones. People started canceling like
Yeah.
concerts and stuff like that, but they were the first like major, um, popular sports to come out and
Because
say.
college was just going to be family, and it was just going to be like essential staff. That's the only people that were going to be at the games. But then when the NBA said we're postponing it, they followed suit the next day.
Yep.
Like the next day was going to be like the Big 12 tournament canceled.
So Mace's probably really sad about that.
Oh yeah, no, that's the probably the saddest part about the whole thing.
Exactly.
I felt like this was one of the better NBA seasons we've had in a long time. There was a couple of teams that really could, win. It wasn't just a team that was dominating everybody, and I was like really excited about
You
it.
like the Mavericks?
And then,
Yeah, go Mavericks. Yeah.
Hey man, they could have won technically. We'll never know now.
But what's
should-
gonna happen? So what?
We
Are
don't
they
know.
Pushing
We
it
don't
back,
really
or-
100% know yet. It's
Right
just kind
now,
of
it's postponed, but they're saying it's not looking like they're gonna be able to finish it.
and it's so hard because we don't know a timetable as far as like the virus itself. Like if we knew a timetable, like okay, like we think it'll end in a month, then we could start going around it, but they don't.
Yeah.
And we can rumor, we could say okay, this is kind of the timeline, but we don't know. Like everything, our cruises are
We don't know.
being canceled, and at this point like they're canceled for a month, but again we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. So that's what's so crazy about this virus is no one knows. Like
Yep.
things change so consistently, and there's so much information out there, and there's so much different information out there, and it's so contradicting to each other. I know for a while the whole like rumor was that all it was basically the flu, then you started seeing that it was giving people way stronger symptoms, and then you started seeing this could be a cure for it, but then you started seeing that there's no cure. There's just so much like information as a whole that it's like impossible to kind of keep up with.
And that's why the governor, he's only shutting things down to like April 3rd. So like mostly schools that are just canceling for like a week or so, he's saying we're just going to cancel it to April 3rd because we don't know from now. But bigger cities like Dallas, the Fort Worth area that have more cases, they're closing for the rest of the year. So that's the thing. It's something, and this is why it's kind of scary for a lot of people. It's because if we know about the flu, we know how to treat the flu. We don't know a lot about this virus, so it's scary. We don't know if there's an actual cure, and we just don't know what to do. So that's the thing.
Yeah, it is super scary. Like in reality, it's like because I hate being sick, so it doesn't matter what kind of sick. I literally hate being sick. I absolutely hate it. So it is kind of scary to think about. On a positive side, I've gotten more sleep lately than I've ever gotten in my whole entire
me
life
too.
because I have slept so much. So they've cut our hours at work. We only work like 4-hour increments, like 3 days a week now, basically. So yeah, I sleep so much. Today I slept for I had to wake up to go to work. But I woke up kind of early after going to sleep super late because we played Call of Duty all night last night. But I did get home and slept for like 5 hours afterwards. So.
Oh yeah, 'cause I called you like 3 o'clock. You're like, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. And we get to play Call of Duty now. Normally, like when we play Call of Duty, I'm always the one that like, well, let's go. And then Mason and Cody are like, oh, I'm tired, man. Gotta go to sleep.
You gotta get up this tomorrow morning.
So yeah, we get to play Call of Duty. It's kind of fun.
Oh, it's kind of fun. I'm getting better.
Yeah, I'm fatty.
Do you have a lot of practice now?
Yeah, I'm normally pretty terrible
Now he's the best player on our team.
sometimes.
So how's it been different for you for when it comes to work or anything?
We shut down for 2 weeks. Yeah, my boss called me and said, actually he's like, hey, I sent you an email. Check it out. So I was looking at it real fast, and which I feel like we could have just told me, but whatever.
That's weird.
Anyways, we look at it or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, we're closed until April. It's like April 2nd, April 3rd, something like that too. It's like something random like that. So same thing. I'm getting a lot of sleep, getting a lot of gaming in. It would be great if there's some sports going on. So that's the thing that's upsetting to me is no basketball, no baseball, no nothing. So I'm kind of losing my mind there. But other than that, I mean, kind of normal life for the most part. I don't really go anywhere anyway, so
Yeah.
I practice social distancing anyway.
The thing that's weird for us is like going to eat out. Like I feel like we eat out so much. So like today we're like, man, we're gonna go eat, and you're like, oh, we gotta go through like drive-through or anything like drive-through places. Said we can't go to like Cheddar's and Texas Roadhouse and places that we normally typically go. So that's like a big changer for us.
Yeah. I went to the pharmacy today to get my mom's medicine, and no joke, they have a sign that says you need to be 6 feet apart, and everyone's going in the line, and there's spaces. But there's the counter, and they have a table right in front of the counter, and you're standing in front of the table, and like they have the little the card reader, and it tells you the price. You put the card in right there, and they just slide in your prescription like right there and say, there you go.
Okay, leave.
And then yeah, so it's like that's why I thought like, my God, it's real. Like I don't know. It's just crazy.
I won't touch the door. So like,
How are you getting in and out?
I just do it like I do it like my jacket. I open it, and to get out, I just do everything with my back, and then the elevator, I just push it with my elbow on my sleeve. I won't touch the doors, and I'm not taking the stairs anymore because certain people take the stairs. And I'm like, I'm just gonna touch everything with my jacket.
You're second guessing everything now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
It is. It shows. It's so crazy because it shows you how vulnerable we are as like a species. Like I think we go every day thinking like, okay, nothing's gonna go wrong, right? We're top dog, we're top predator on this world, and something like this can start wiping people out, and it's super crazy to put that in perspective in every single day life. You know what I mean? And yeah.
And I try to stay in my office, and I'm not going out.
I know how you were saying like this was a lot of like mentioned a lot on social media. I saw the post. I don't know how much of it's true, but I saw that like Ebola was mentioned about a million times at once. The flu was mentioned so many times, but Corona's been mentioned about 1 billion times.
It's
been
crazy.
everywhere. 1 billion times.
It even gets me like at work. Some people come in and I work I'm sales, right? So I'm a salesman. You're in sales, so you're a salesman. Anyways, so people come up to you and they put their hand out to shake your hand, and I'm just like staring at them, like, bro, like
no,
shake your hand, bro. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, come on, man.
Just put a sign up or something. They're at work for me. There before we closed, they had a sign that says we were hands free.
They have signs up. I haven't actually read them, so maybe one actually does say it, but yeah.
And people would always read it, and then they would joke like, "Ha, shake your hand," but like not really.
People have been coming in super angry with us, man. And I get it, I guess, because I'm sure people's jobs are closing, with schools closing. There's a lot more stress and pressure on you. But Jesus, like I feel like we get a lot more just mean people. like are you taking it out on me for no reason, buddy?
What I do?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for like the seniors that it's their senior year and they're
That is
missing out
super
on
crazy.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna work. We were talking about that at work. Like I'm gonna say rumor because nothing's been clarified, but they're saying like basically the one schools that are closed, they're like, okay, we'll send you your diploma in the mail. So like they'll miss like walking the stage. They won't actually walk the stage. They'll just get their diploma. So that's pretty crazy. That would definitely suck. Oh yeah, their proms for those who haven't had prom yet. I don't know if my brother has prom yet.
I think they postponed it till May. I don't know when they had it originally, but I think they postponed it to May.
Yeah.
And then what else? I had a conference today, a meeting, but I had to do it over the computer, and which sucked because my microphone was not working. So they were all talking, and I could hear them, and they're like, "What are you doing? I bet you he doesn't know what he's doing." It's like, I'm trying to get my microphone to work, and they were just talking crap to me.
Don't you have a degree?
I do, but like it was my first time using it. I was like, I was trying to find the mic. It was clicking stuff, and it was really funny.
What you're saying is you didn't know what you were doing.
It was no, okay. I knew what was going on. I could hear them, but they were just laughing. Yeah, this is crazy. I just don't know how long this is gonna last.
2020 has been such a crazy year with everything that's been happening.
Man,
it's just
Kobe.
Yeah.
This sports closing. Tom Brady going to the Buccaneers. I know we don't talk sports, but just throw that in there real quick. Yeah, it's super crazy. It's definitely changing a lot, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens the next few days, especially because I feel like everything happened at one time. We were at work. I remember I was working. It was kind of late. It was like 8 o'clock. And like I'm just reading. I feel like I keep refreshing the news. And it's like, this has been closed. This has been closed. This has been closed. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what is happening? Is everyone looking at this too? Like it was like NBA shut down, hockey shut down, soccer shut down. You're just like, oh my God. It was like thing after thing after thing after thing after thing.
Yeah,
I was
movie
like, my
theaters.
God. Yeah, movie theaters. So.
Yeah, every day it changes to something else.
It's like every day you wake up, there's some kind of new news on it. Yeah.
So that's what scares me. Like, is it gonna get worse?
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna like do curfews or bring the?
Wasn't it San Francisco? They're quarantined. They can't leave out of San Francisco.
Yeah. Supposedly New Mexico is the same way. Somebody said at work, I think he said his sister or somebody like that lives in New Mexico, and she was gonna go visit their parents, but she was told that if she goes, she can't come back. Something, or she can come back, but she hasn't been quarantined for 14 days. Something along those lines.